Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Crypto Traders Arena. This is our Crypto Weekly Review Sunday show, episode 63, I think. Yeah, 63. And it looks like we are live on YouTube, so if anybody's in the chat and I'm not live, let me know. If that makes any sense, I don't know, but it looks like we're rolling. So yeah, what is it? End of the quarter, I guess, right? So yeah, this is the well, happy Easter, everyone, if you are celebrating Easter today. And I guess we're at the end of March here, so the end of the first quarter. Everything's still relatively bullish, stock market included, so I guess it's just going to be kind of uppy here for the first part of the year. We're getting closer to the Bitcoin halving. Yeah, probably have some sort of market reaction to that. I suppose that's about a month away, maybe. I don't know exactly what day the halving is going to be, or I think it's probably in the first week of April, though. Maybe I'm wrong. But here we are. Hey, AMQ, how's it going? Hey, there's DMAC. What's up, DMAC? And Miku was first in the YouTube chat. Anyway, back for another Sunday show again. This is every Sunday now for 63 episodes. At least we've been working this altcoin investment plan that we called the Road to Financial Freedom, which is just sort of funny. And also, hopefully, that is a road that you guys are all walking. But the point being is we made a altcoin investment plan that we've been tracking ever since January of 2023, I guess, is when we started. January 1st, for that matter, the first week in January, we started this show, which so I imagine that was 63 weeks ago. And we've basically just been taking 1% of our portfolio bets on the altcoin market, specifically like the top 100 or so market cap coins. The point of this plan was sticking to sort of the bigger-ish names, as opposed to going all the way down the crypto rabbit hole and trading the smaller stuff, which of course we still do. But for the sake of this plan, it was really just trying to make a simple plan that anyone could follow along with, where we're just taking advantage of the cyclical nature of crypto and just trying to buy the bottom of the range as the, last year's kind of accumulation bottoming cycle was in play. And sure enough, we're in I still kind of think we're in pre-bull market. I don't think you can call a full-on bull market yet, especially if I don't know. I still feel like it's not like the general public's piling into crypto right here. I don't see that at all. We're not anywhere near peak euphoria. Sure, some things have ripped. Oh man, for sure. And clearly we're in some sort of a mini bull run, if you want to call it that. And also banging out tons of doubles if that's what you like to do. If this plan that we're doing, we've basically sold half of our position on every time the assets doubled. Well, sorry, the first time the assets doubled. So we're just trying to get our capital back. And remember, I said we're putting 1% per name into the plan. Each name, we're taking 1% of the portfolio into that name. And so if we do get a double and pull our capital back out, it frees us up another 1% to essentially go and allocate somewhere else. So by the end of this, we'll probably end up with 100 or so, probably more than 100 different altcoins in the market. And a considerable amount of those will probably have free positions. And then when the bull market does go into full-on euphoria, or just, whenever that sort of blow off top happens down the road, we're just going to look to exit our positions when the Pi Cycle top indicator fires. And last week, I think it was last Sunday, Paul walked through the Pi Cycle indicator, which is just an indicator someone else created. That's not something that was created here at Crypto Traders Arena, but it has done a pretty good job of calling peak euphoria. Even if it's not the exact top, it does do a pretty good time of it does a good job of letting you know when it's not the worst time to be thinking that we're running into a top. And if you are interested in that, go back and watch last Sunday's show where Paul actually walked through the previous cycles and how that indicator fired. And you can find that on TradingView too, just by typing in pi indicator, I think, pi cycle indicator. And it's just based on moving averages. I don't even know how it's calculated specifically, but regardless, point being is, we'll have a bunch of these free positions ideally, and we'll just ride those into the parabolic bull that will probably come. I mean, we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but it's, we can't really assume that the past cycles will play out the same way. But I mean, clearly the last couple halving cycles, well, all three of them really have produced a similar result. And there's no reason to think this one will be any different, in my opinion. I mean, the only difference, if we were going to say this time it's different, we would have to acknowledge that this is the first time crypto's ever experienced a cycle where we're in a rising interest rate market. So that is a legitimate macro difference. I mean, it is truly different. Crypto enjoyed a very bullish stock market and very low interest rates through its whole life up until now. So how that affects things, I have no idea. Ironically, the stock market itself is very bullish in a rising interest rate market. So I don't know what that means exactly, but it is truly different. That's the only real difference in this cycle. Otherwise, the halving is this, that's just a very not predictable, but very stable pattern that creates this like 4-year cycle in crypto. So, and of course, usually there's some sort of dump around the halving, and then on the other end of the Bitcoin halving, usually the uptrend resumes, and then we end up going into a pretty big bull market. And I suppose if we have time, we could look at that chart, but we've shown the Bitcoin halving chart quite a lot lately. And so what's my point here? Well, I guess backing up a bit, I mean, I explained our plan, so we're still, if you want to, Paul will go through the actual specific names we're going to talk about today. Every week we do about 10 of them, and we're just one by one going through that plan and marking our bids and working our sell orders, and then moving on to the next name. And if you want to track that on paper, you can go into our Discord and just look for the Crypto Weekly Review channel. And there's a Google sheet that was made by Miku and friends. Miku is first in the chat here today, and him and his cohorts made this cool fancy spreadsheet that tracks all of our altcoin investments and positions and the statistics around them, and that's available to look at, to actually see our levels. Like Paul will show it here in a bit with the actual names we're looking at today. But if you want to see the entire plan, you can just go and get that Google sheet off of Discord, and you can even delete all the names on it and use it for yourself, and just put your own portfolio in there too. It's a really cool sheet for just tracking your performance from like an altcoin. The cool thing about that spreadsheet is it's a little different than the trade log we use for like daily setups and trading setups. It's actually specifically geared towards investment trading, which is a different kind of log, because it's like you're not really closing your positions out, or at least we're not. We're selling half on a double, then we're holding the rest, and so it's not the same trade log. It's a little bit different, and it also pulls in the CoinMarketCap API, so that it has updated prices on each name every day, so that you can actually see where you're sitting as far as the actual price data for the day. So like our other trade log doesn't do that, or we don't really have a need for that for a shorter term trading log. However, if you, while I'm thinking about it, if you are a premium member and you're not using the other trade log that Miku built, that's actually specifically for trading setups, and also a very cool spreadsheet that tracks your statistics and separates out your various setups. Like basically the log is built in a way that you can track the different setups you're using and the statistics around them. And that's a cool sheet too, but it's a kind of a different thing. And that is available to everybody in the premium side. So, but the investment log is available to anyone that wants to pop in our Discord and grab it. And that's enough of that spiel, I guess. I don't know. But point being, what is my point? I don't know what my point is. Everything's pointing up. I got, stock market, the S&P 500 just barely ticked to new high again. And NASDAQ didn't, I don't think. The NASDAQ kind of just had a little doji this week on the QQQs. And so it's potentially like an inside bar, I suppose. But point being, everything's just pointing higher in the stock market. It is an election year. Probably not going to break the stock market before the election unless they really want a change in leadership, I suppose. I don't know how that works, but it seems unlikely. I think if you went and searched election year history, you would find that stock markets are relatively favorable most of the time. I just don't think that the secret guys in power want to break the market in front of the election. They don't want to look like they're controlling things that way. So I think they'd probably rather just let everybody be happy heading into that. So I wouldn't expect any huge breaks in the stock market before that. I think that's probably a reasonable thing. Not that I'm some sort of like macro analyst, but it just seems unlikely they're going to break it before then. So we should probably just think of like, at least sideways or sideways higher kind of in the stock market, which should be generally positive for crypto. And really, as long as the stock market's happy, I think crypto probably just keep happily moving along as well. It just really becomes a question of, do we get another dip? I mean, I still would like to see altcoins come off here so that we can reload on them. And I do think that will happen. It's just we haven't seen it yet. We haven't really seen there hasn't really been a very good dip, even if you look at Bitcoin. Well, before I get too far ahead of myself, I'll just leave the stock market at that. We're still pushing higher. The DXY is pushing higher too, but also is getting up into short reload zones here. So maybe that rolls over. But for right now, we're just kind of DXY's in a range pushing higher, and then the small cap stock market's breaking out to new highs. So I do care about that just because I want to trade stocks, and I have talked a lot lately about if this can start trending higher and breaking out of this range. I think the small, maybe there's some rotation into small cap stocks from the high flyer Nvidias and all that stuff, and it kind of looks like it's happening. So. And just to zoom out really quick, actually, I won't get into this too much, but I do still see like this ABCD kind of thing happening. And I am sort of anticipating some kind of small cap stock market rally. We'll see what happens. And technically that's the low now, but I think we're probably going to go into this uptrend here at some point, and that's where I want to trade small caps. And I've started to see that there are like some stocks that look a lot nicer lately. A friend of mine's been sending me some interesting names here and there, and I've kind of looked around and I don't know. I'm looking to trade these. We'll see how this goes. But point being, it is breaking out of this range, and I do think it's this trend is starting here. It'd be nice to see maybe like a retest of the top of the range here, or at least this high, and then a bounce just to kind of confirm it. But it looks pretty good. And I noticed the crypto stocks have been kind of strong, it seems like, a little bit. Like a couple of them have taken off over the last week. And I don't know, they're kind of leading crypto maybe. So most of those crypto stocks are small caps, if not all of them. Probably fall into that Russell 2000 kind of sort of category. And I don't know, they look pretty good. So I think that's generally positive for crypto too, to see those crypto stocks taken off a little bit. And by taken off, I just mean they're relatively uppy, like 10% and stuff kind of thing. Not like I didn't see any crypto stocks like rip into like huge moves this week. I just, noticed a couple of them were bouncing pretty good. And so anyway, that's enough stock market. Bitcoin is just still playing around with the all-time high here. Basically, we're just like sort of oscillating around it now, kind of put in this big wick to the upside and big tail to the downside. So it's sort of like a Darth Maul candle. If we were to combine these two candles on like a monthly chart or something, maybe we'd see sort of actually, what does the monthly chart look like now that we're well, I'll get to that in just a second, because it is the end of the month, so we should take a look at the monthly candle. But before I'll just add that this is the kind of oscillation that you would expect around an all-time high, I would imagine. Probably take a few weeks to really decide if it wants to go up or down. At the moment, we've bounced up into short reload zones, so like shorts up against the highs here on lower time frames seem totally worth a shot, although the market's pretty uppy, so like it might take a few shots at trying to get short off this. You might get blown out a few times, but if you're a lower time frame trader, I could see just know you're still fading the trend, but it seems fair enough to be taking shots off of the short reload zone as we've bounced up against the highs here. But let's look at the monthly chart for fun, just because it is the close today, actually. Um, well, I don't know what I was thinking about my Darth Maul candle, but point being, on those weekly candles, there was a big wick to the upside, big tail to the downside, just kind of oscillating around the all-time high. It's not a huge surprise. This looks like we might close above the all-time high, which is, I think that's relatively positive, right? If as long as nothing falls apart here, there still is, I don't know how many hours. There's still a good 6, 7, or 8 hours or something into the end of this candle, but it looks like it might close above the all-time high. So I don't know. I suppose that's relatively bullish. I mean, you look at this. I mean, there's only 3 red candles. This is what I mean by there hasn't really been a very big dip in Bitcoin this whole rally. There's only 3 red monthly candles since the bottom, essentially. Well, you could count that one and say 4, but that's actually wild. At some point, you think we'd get a dip, and if anything, I see a big fair value gap here. Just there's an open air. Just an open, not enough business was really done in this month right through here, like through that high of like 49,000 from January, and then to here at 59,000. So there's like a $10,000 fair value gap here that just seems like it could be tested. And of course, 38.2 is right here too at 51,555. I don't know. I think that would be enough dip to give us a lot of entries in altcoins and also not break the Bitcoin trend. So I think that would be ideal. Like maybe just a solid down move heading into the halving or just after it, and then just catching a bounce from 38.2 and resuming the uptrend up to 100K here at 1.618. That seems pretty. I think that's enough. That's enough to give altcoin fills without having to destroy the trend in Bitcoin. We'll see if it happens. Maybe it's even a deeper dip. I'm not going to try and predict that. I'm just hoping to reload on altcoins. That's all I'll say. And plenty of altcoins look like they could easily roll over. And some of them, there's some viable stuff. I don't know if I have time. I'll look at those in a minute here. But I guess point being, the monthly close looks pretty good. Let's just see how it closes here, and then if anything else, probably just expect some back and forth here, probably still for another little while. Like, and if we look at like a daily chart, I don't think I have. Do I have RSI on here? I guess I don't. Oh, because I'm on my other. Let me go to this other chart and we'll just look at Bitcoin here really quick. I wanted to just see if there's I think there's a daily RSI divergence, right? Yeah, I mean, we have confirmed RSI divergence here, and our RSI still just, it did bounce off the 50 line here, but it's still pointing down for the most part at the moment. And OBV on the daily isn't in divergence, but it is sort of rolling over a little bit. In fact, we got OBV and volume indicators coming up on Capio 1 this week, actually. So those students aren't quite up to speed on OBV yet, but pretty good example of OBV, just been with the trend this whole time. There was kind of an M here in OBV that sort of broke. That was one of the only real dips we've gotten here, like for a while. I mean, there was that one. This was kind of a rangy period. And then there was this dip, which was like the first sort of big dip in that. There hasn't just been that many dips here, really. It's just been kind of gently trending higher, or not gently, strongly trending higher the whole time. But point being, OBV's been pointing higher all through this, like especially this like really steep uptrend here. Definitely no M's in OBV, kind of a little M here, but for the most part, just making higher highs and higher lows. But now you can almost see how we could maybe there could be a bigger M coming in here. Like if OBV does roll over like this, and that'll be sort of a mark of that this trend is losing steam. Hasn't happened yet, so but that would be the first real M in that whole up move. So we'll see if that happens. It's not a divergence unless the price actually ticks to a new high here really quick and then breaks down and OBV doesn't go to a new high. Then we could actually have a divergence, which would be a much stronger bearish signal. But just an M here would just sort of being a warning sign that this trend has run out of gas and needs to backfill. We'll see if it happens. Um, and then RSI, like I said, RSI does have there's a little M and little divergence here just on that push to that high, and then there's definitely divergences, potential all through this whole up move here. It's definitely, this high is higher than this high, so it looks like, actually, is it truly? It's very close. Yeah, just barely. So there is potential divergence there too on that bigger move. I don't know, not very bearish though. I don't think anything insanely bearish about this. I mean, we have short location just based on the all-time highs. And then, of course, we're in a short reload zone right here, just in the recent range. So, again, like, we got 78.6 resistance here. We've basically banged against 78.6 now, like 4 or 5 days. And not really rolled over yet. But, you could see that RSI divergence right there. So from like a daily and 4-hour chart kind of level, I could definitely see shorting this level. It's just the price is relatively strong. So whether that short works or not, only we'll have to figure that out or see what happens. But I could see people taking shots in here. I don't think there's any real market structure top. Even like on a 4-hour, we still don't have an M. I mean, you have, if anything, there's a little W right here, and we have kind of like 3 higher lows here. So if anything, kind of looks like price wants to move higher on the 4-hour chart, but certainly no true M here. I don't see an M. I don't know if anybody else sees an M. If you do, you might have to get your glasses checked. I don't know. No, I don't see an M. So it doesn't look like Bitcoin's broken at all, to be honest. I just think that short location is here and RSI divs. So you could, or on that daily chart. So you could argue that shorts are okay. It's just you're fading the trend. Anyway, that's all Bitcoin. I don't know how much I should really go on and on about Ethereum, but I suppose I should mention it just real quick here. I don't think there's, I wanted to save some time just to go over a couple altcoins really quick, but I don't know if I actually, maybe I just talked too much already. And I don't, let's see, let me look at this. I wanted to mention Ethereum versus Bitcoin. That's what I wanted to do, but I'll leave Ethereum really quick with just not quite up in short reload zone at that same range yet. So Ethereum still has a little bit higher to grind before it actually gets into short location. And it's looking kind of uppy here too. Just even on a daily chart, I just see 3 higher lows here and a kind of a W, kind of like Bitcoin here, or not kind of, very much a little W here. So like on a 4-hour chart, that's probably very W-ish looking. I mean, there's that W plus this wider one. This is actually kind of like a TRI bot setup, it looks like. So looks generally uppy. I don't know. Like there's a bot here, it looks like, that would probably set up something like that, taking us up to the all-time highs here. Or not the all-time highs, just the old highs. So yeah, it looks like both Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of want to push higher here, to be honest. But I was going to look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin really quick because I just do think it's funny how I don't think altcoins are really ready to outperform Bitcoin still. And like, we're still just, I've talked about this trend line a lot. We're still just oscillating around the trend line. Never could break out here, like, and actually start ranging or pushing back into this range here. So I'm not sure the price is ready to move back up here. Yeah, and if anything, I still think there's going to be a W down here somewhere, and that'll be sort of altcoin season again in the future. So hopefully we actually dip down here, get fills on altcoins during that time, and then it bottoms here, and altcoins can start outperforming Bitcoin. And that's assuming that altcoins are going to follow along this sort of ETH to Bitcoin proxy, which I think is fair. So we'll see. This is a perfect example of how long it takes for this. I mean, this is a weekly chart, and there is this trend line that's been very well respected. And, have an M here and drew that trend line off the M, and then you can see how resistance has been holding all through there. And then even here, we tried to break above it, came right back below it, and tried again, came right back below it. still just oscillating around it, and still no W over here. I mean, someday there's got to be some sort of structure over here to truly break that trend line. And whether that's way over here, that would be in like January of 2025. I don't know. uh, but point being, I mean, maybe we dip down into the green box, put in a W, and then still have to fight this trend line down the road. But I do think Ethereum's going to get into that green box. We'll see. Anyway, I'll leave Ethereum at that. I think against US dollar, Ethereum just basically is still fighting 78.6 resistance of the weekly chart. So kind of had a pretty deep dip already, to be fair. A bigger dip than Bitcoin, and got bought up right away. But the fact is we just hit 78.6, got rejected, and now we're bouncing up into short reload zones again. And the thing is, both with Ethereum and Bitcoin, if we run out of steam here and roll over, that could be a potential M going to, in Ethereum's case, it'd be a huge M because it would have to lose this level and make this big giant M. But Bitcoin also could potentially become a weekly M. It's a little uglier because it's like more wick, depending on where we get it closed today. But like that would be an M. It's just going to be a kind of a weaker M with the left side of the M being a big wick, not a candle body. So that wouldn't show up on like a clothesline chart, but it is possible. So we'll see if that happens. Yeah, Stefan says he's hunting that weekly fair value gap too. Yeah, I mean that would make the M. There's that gap right there is sort of a magnet. I think that's what we'd like to see that be filled. And I don't know what trade I have on there, but I don't know. We'll see if that happens. What else was I gonna say? I only got one double, I think since last Wednesday. I got a double on a request network, and then after that I got a double on this GHST, which is Avagachi, I think. It's some game. So I saw that other people in the community were also banging out doubles on that, so that's cool. And then I just was going to point out that some of our recent buys still look pretty good. And then I'll have Paul jump on after that. But I just, there hasn't been a lot to buy on altcoins over the last month or two or so. But we did buy a couple things, like this Kava was one that we had talked a lot about, like, over the last month, it looks like about. And I just, it's not really taken off or anything, but the W is still very much in. It's just kind of sitting there right by like our level. I mean, and if you were following along with us, you probably could have gotten a better fill here. But point being, some of these W's still look really nice. They just haven't quite taken off. So like Kava is one. KNC was another recent buy that's kind of the same. Just fighting with trying to truly break out. Like KNC is kind of an interesting one because there's clearly a range here established, and the range highs are resistance at the moment still haven't quite broken out. But as soon as it breaks out of this consolidation, I imagine it's got a good chance of pushing up higher, at least into like 38.2. So it seems like a relatively reasonable double to get. This is Binance. I think if you went and looked at an older chart, like let's see if KNC, I could look at it on something that goes back farther, like I don't know, maybe Kraken. I don't know. I guess Kraken's the same. KNC's older than that, but guess not. Maybe I'm making that up. Either way, I guess the Binance chart has all the data, same data basically. Clearly like we're down below the lows of 2020, but man, that's a really nice sideways accumulation consolidation that's just trying to break out here. And I don't know, it's pretty viable right here. So those are two that we kind of talked about over the last month that are just sort of sitting there. I think CRV was also kind of like that too. Yeah, CRV tried to break out and couldn't yet. So these are kind of laggers, but they seem like okay bets. And then I had audio on here because I think audio's not really viable right here, but I like audio as it looks like it could fall, come back down to reload zones. I'm looking to reload on that one. So this isn't the same as those other three, which are actually putting in very nice weekly W's. This is just one that I had on my radar. I want to reload on it, and it looks like it could dip pretty good. So I had that one on my list for today. I just picked a couple other ones, like High is also similar to CanC. It's a little higher. High is higher. But not really buyable here, but looking, any dumps down in here. I reloaded here. It looks like at about $1.50. And it got a nice balance, not quite doubles, but this one looks as it comes back down to that like $1.50 level. I like that one. I mean, you can see the weekly W back here, and that breakout's at about $1.50. So yeah, I could easily see this thing dipping down there is all I'm getting at. So stuff like this, would like to buy. If you want to look at OBV, for example, here, there's nice divergence that came in back here, and OBV is just pushing higher. So I have no reason to think this isn't going to do well down the road. And if you can get a dip into like reload zones, it seems like a pretty good buy. And then I had, I guess, hello for whatever. Oh, I had this one too, because I just noticed this one. I don't have this. This is on MEXC, and it was just on my list here. I don't know where else it might be traded, but I just highlighted it because I happened to notice that it had dipped down pretty hard here and came down into the W level. And so anywhere in this area seems like a reasonable bet on this. Now, I don't know what it looks like in the past, but just looking at this chart here, 78.6 is the old W breakout. So is that, I like that as it comes down in here. If you want to be more patient and wait for a new W, there's no harm in that. But it's come into a nice location after getting really hammered lately. I suppose this high was in December, so this was kind of like a late 2023 rally, and then now it's come all the way back down. So I like that. And honestly, and I keep, going forward, anytime price comes down hard into 78.6s and perhaps the old weekly W's, that basically I'm going to buy everyone that I can find like that. And this is sort of what I foresee happening in most altcoins. They will work their way back down to this level, and then when they get here, they might not hang around for very long. Like I think we're getting a little late in the cycle, so like my guess is they probably won't range, or they won't necessarily put in these long rounded bottoms once they do come back down, because the old bottoms are here, like going back to like Kava or something. Like the bottom's already been set. So this is a bad example because it didn't take off, but maybe I could pick do I have on my list that's a better example? Oh, this Vara is funny. I just missed my double on this fucker. God damn it. It missed me by a little bit on my second double there, but what's one that's already got SPA is way high. So, I mean, like something like this, the W's way down here. But if this pulls back into reload zones, and that's a big if on this one because it's been so strong, I don't imagine it to last very long. So the point is, if any of these that come down into this one's going to be higher than 78.6 because it's 78.6 is way up here, not down at the W level. But anywhere I can find 78.6s that line up with the W's, I'll just hit that level as price comes down into it. I wish I had a better example off the top of my. This one might be good. This is Voxel. If I redraw my fibs here, and you can see how 78.6 basically is the W level, and you can see how we already tested it here. But if this thing can come back down and hit that level, it's not going to stay very long. That's my guess. So anytime I can find that kind of trade, I'm going to take it. Of course, reload zone now is up here on this one. So basically, I just took a long way of saying I'm going to try to buy 78.6 against previous W breakouts, which has just been like my classic, most no-brainer setup in weekly charts. Like, I mean, anytime you can find that area where 78.6 lines up with the previous weekly W, and timing's everything here, actually, keep in mind, because if you think about timing, like this trade becomes way more probable now because we've had this sort of initial burst. We've had the accumulation range from all of last year. And so now, in my opinion, the bottom's in. In my opinion, this is the bottom, that weekly W. So any chances you get to buy against that, I'm okay with just hitting that level. I don't need to wait for a new W or anything because we're basically heading into the bull run. Like the bull run's coming. unless something happens like a electromagnetic pulse takes us all out. If that happens, then none of this matters. Uh, I don't know if that's a thing. EMP, is that a thing? Who knows? Maybe 5G will rot our brains before the next crypto bull market. I don't know what's going to happen. But if none of, barring 5G difficulties and electromagnetic pulses and all that stuff, I think we're probably heading into a crypto bull run. So any dips against reload zones are super viable. Does that make sense? I don't know. Thoughts on MDX? We can look at MDX, AMQ, but probably first see if Paul's around and wants to jump on, and at least we should get through the names that we're going to be bidding on for this, or at least we might already have bids on them, but we'll check in with the 10 names on our list for this week. And then after that, we can look at any requests people have. So if you have names you want to look at, just throw them in the chat. We'll start with MDX here, which is our first request. And then that's about it. So I think that's it for me. I don't know if that's it for my disjointed coverage of the broader crypto market. But are you around, Paul? Or?
I'm here.
Oh, there
Can
it is.
you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm here, as always, listening. Well, switch to my screen if you want.
Yeah, we got Dex screen.
This time YouTube is moving faster, is low latency. So it's moving a lot faster.
Cool. Let's see. Let me just get you on full screen.
Well,
all
my screen is locked. I have to stop streaming.
Oh yeah, that's been like such an annoying
Last couple of weeks I had the same problem multiple times. I don't know why.
Well, now we're looking at Flux. Yeah, we got Flux up on TradingView.
Well, that's better. A lot better, actually. Okay, so we have the same plan. We have the same coins as last week. We didn't add anything. Last week we talked about 10 coins. This week we'll talk about another 10. In general, let's watch pretty important today, pretty important close. Yeah? Keep in mind, we have the monthly, but what I'm more interested is the weekly chart on Bitcoin. Monthly like monthly, but weekly chart, weekly candle. If you are trying to scalp, maybe wait a little bit more. Don't try to scalp in the end of the month and end of the week. We can get ugly volatility. Just, I don't know, my 2 cents. Okay. The plan is the same. Not too many things to change about it. Yeah, hopefully we'll change the image and we'll put the new one. Well, still in the same part. Yeah, buy low, sell half on a double. Buy low, sell half on a double, reload, and so on. We are still in that nice environment. You will miss this environment, trust me. Yeah, so enjoy it. Keep your put your limit orders at where you think you can get a feel in the long reload zone, below reload zone, because at some point in time you can get a nice feel at the week basis. So you'll get a week, or you'll get a feel, and the market will be, I don't know, 100% higher in 1 week. So don't think, well, if the market will drop, I have time to buy. No, you have to work your orders. If Kevin waited in 2020 to buy at the market, well, I didn't think he'll buy. He bought because he had that order in the market waiting. He didn't know, he had low hopes that the market will drop so low, but the order was there. Okay, that's about the plan. Let's take the coins, and we'll start with 91 Flux. So let's see the chart. Well, what we have here, we bought 50 cents, we sold $1, market managed to get to 1.7, and now we should reload. Where we can reload on this one? Well, I think if I draw the fib level correctly, I think I did. Yeah, I took the low, the high. I think 78.6 here, you can see it's a pretty good, an important level. I should be a bit more loose and put it here. Well, I don't see that big wide W I want. So I think in the right environment, we can still get 78.6. So let's keep it simple. Let's don't do overcomplicated TA, and let's just put a order here, 62 kind of idea, and reload. Well, I could even modify this one. Let's change this one with reload 0.5. Well, pretty simple. Yeah, we bought, we sold half on a double, nice and clean without any emotions. Market pushed higher, no problem. Let's wait for the top. I think we have kind of a potential top here. So putting a limit order at 78.6, pretty clean level, is the first support. So if you'll see, market consolidated this level, made a nice W, pushed higher, higher, consolidated again, and pushed higher. Well, we didn't retest on weekly basis. We didn't retest this level. So if the market will drop, we'll probably stop in this area. Exactly at the point where, no, I don't know. But if the market will drop, will correct itself, we'll stop here. Okay, that's flux. Let's take the other one, the next one. Well, RSR. This was a funny one last bull market. Krito got John and Ellis and a lot of influencer pumped it last time. Let's see what we have now. Well, on the weekly basis, nice and clean, nothing to say about this one. As you can see here, we bought the bottom here. This was, everything here was a deviation, you can see. And we reclaimed. And after we reclaimed this level, look what happened. Clean. Okay, now, what is done is done. We bought, we sold half on a double. We had another short, but we said in the plan that we'll not sell another round. So we have 3 coins and 1% to spend on this one. Well, I'll be honest. This one looks attractive here. But because the 78.6 is a bit higher, I'll take the most aggressive approach in aggressive. I'll take this level, 78.6. But I think we'll retest why I have my order. I have a lot of confluences here. Look left, support and resistance at this level, and 78.6, and I have this W untested. I don't consider this candle a test of this one. It's just the candle pushing higher. So I think we can get a retest, a Wyckoff check of this level. I think maybe yes, maybe no. I don't actually know because, but that's the idea. So I'll buy just above the Wyckoff check. Sometimes some people, some algos will anticipate this level and will buy, will have the orders about a bit above. Could dump a bit more. I don't know, but you can see 38 with 41, close enough. I think 78.6 is a good level for us. So let's put, until I'll modify the template, let's put this one and let's say reload. Reload 0.5. Yeah. So you can see here we have that nice weekly double. Have this one here and pushing higher, dropping down. Here it's a long reload zone. If you don't see it, you should do couple one. Kevin will teach you how to see it. Really nice. Well, now you can see it. Yeah? We had a W, breakout, retest, kind of a retest here, push higher, back in the long reload zone here, retesting of the initial W and up. Okay, let's delete this one. This was just for an example. But stuff we teach you in a couple one work really nice, specifically on all time frames, but on a 4-hour chart and higher, you can trade really nice. For scalping, you can add something else. Well, That's the my view on RSR. We should reload at 41 and something. 41 0041. Sorry. I still see a perspective for this one. Good pump, really nice. Look at the overview. Look at the overall picture. We are here, and look at the top. I think we have some potential, especially if we'll buy here in the a lot lower. Okay, that's RSR. Let's take a look at the next one. Well, this is one of Zach favorite coins and ours. Okay, so on peer, let's see what we have. If I remember correctly, I was a cheap ass. This one was too strong. And we don't have a fill. Ugh, that's ugly. Let's see. I'm right? Yeah. So no fill on this one. Look at this level, how close it was for a fill, but it is what it is. Pumped, really nice. We should have some free coins now, but no, not yet. What I could do here, I'll not buy here. I'll not buy the top of the range. The best I can do is just thinking 7.8.6 here. Best I can do is 7.8.6. Maybe I'll miss this one with this plan. I have a good bag of peer on other plan, but on this plan I don't have any. So let's see this one. Well, you can see 7.8.6 and look left. We have some confluences here. I think we can retest at least 4.5 or something similar. We don't have anything, so we can buy at 4.5 at 7.8.6, and if the market will dip lower, we can buy again. Or we can keep this one, hopefully, not hopefully, let's not say hopefully, we'll have a black swan event and we'll weak to the downside. Black swan event, not necessarily in the entire crypto space. We can have a black swan event on peer. And it's enough for a week to the downside, a tail actually, and take our order and then back up. So we'll leave the order here and we'll add another one at 7.8.6 here. That's the best I can do for this one. Buying it higher than $4.4, no, sorry. It's just the max I can do for this one. Well, let's see, buy 0.5. I'll add up this one. I think let's delete this. Let's take this one is the low. Yeah, approximately. So what I can do here, keep both of the orders. This one, don't modify it, leave it there. Put another one here, and if the market will get both of them, well, that will be something nice. If not, hopefully we'll get one, and then we'll see the next W when we can add another 0.5. So that's peer. Let's look at the next one. Well, Rose. Let's see what we have on Rose. I have Rose here. I should. Well, look at Rose. Same scenario. It's not a surprise that sometimes I'm a cheap ass and I'm trying to buy too low, but well, I have Rose, but another plan here. I was hoping to retest a SFU of this low. Never happened. Same idea, nothing I can do now. I could see this W untested below 88.6. But keep in mind where we are in the bull cycle, in this cycle. We're at 13 cents. I think 6.5 cents is a good level. 8.6. I'll not buy it higher, with the potential that we'll never get a fill, but no higher than that. So leave the order here for the moment. Buy here if you get a chance, and then we'll reassess when we'll take a look next time. I think it's a good strategy. It's a good strategy for us. Okay, next one. STG. Let's see STG. What we have on STG. STG. Same scenario. Sorry, I'm not perfect, guys. I'm just a stupid trader, like I I like to call myself. You can see I missed the entire up move. I'll get my chance. So what I could do now? Well, I could do something like this. And if you'll do something like that and you'll do something like this, you'll see some confluences. Well, what we have here? 78.6 here, long reload zone. I think this is the level where we should buy first time. And keep the order. So 61.8, look left, you can see the level here, the breakout and the retest. If we'll be lucky, we'll get this level. So what we can do is just buy this level. Maybe I should I should put my order lower, but seeing the chart, seeing the strength here, this could keep pushing higher. Hopefully we'll get a feel here and then we'll push higher. Look at the indicators. Well, really strong. I don't know if this is the top, I'll be honest. This one could push higher and higher, and then we'll have to adapt. We'll have to drag the fib level until we'll get the top, and then we'll reassess. So buying 58 cents doesn't look a bad idea. Okay, that's STG. Let's take a look at the next one. So the conclusion, sorry about that. Buy here and keep the original order if you have it. And we can take a look at the next one. Well, this one, we have a fill. So that's nice. It's ugly when you see you don't have a fill. And the market pumped without you. Let's see where we have this one. Right here. New one. Put some notes on. Something about bi-weekly W. Okay. Nice advice, no? Well, we had the weekly W already. So I bought, but not to this plan. Okay. We bought here. We sold half on a double here at $1. We got even another double. Nothing we can do more than that. So we bought because we had this level here. And was approximately the weekly W. Seeing this weekly W with some divergence, you can see I have something drawn here and probably we have something. Yeah, you can see something was here on probably daily chart. Let's see daily chart. If I have some notes, should be something. Yeah, we had some bullish divergence here. And you can see that marked at bottom. Okay, back on weekly. What we can do now? Well, we have a short, we have 3 coins, but we want more. It's a new coin. We want as much as possible. I don't have enough of this one. That's the correct thinking about a new coin. So we bought here, short here. I have to think about 78.6 or 88.6 where we originally bought. Let's not be cheap asses. I'll prefer to buy this one in the middle here, this retest of the weekly W. But because we have 78.6 a bit higher, let's not be greedy goblins. Let's buy that one. And let's reload actually. Let's write there, reload, not buy. I think it's good. If we'll be lucky, we'll get this level. If you'll put the 61.8, you'll see some confluences for 61.8 also. I bet. It's a new coin. I think we'll have something. Well, you can see 61.8. Look here. Look left at this level. We'll get only 61.8 and we'll pump straight. Well, we have some free coins, so we'll be okay. Next one. It's a new coin, so I think it's good. 78.6. We don't want lower than that. We want 78.6. If we'll get a feel, it's good enough. We want as much as possible. Next one. Let's see what we have. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we are in schedule. GL. Well, we bought. And here we have the weekly W. Look at this nice weekly W. I think we bought. We should have some. Yeah. We have the short, everything. It's nice and clean. I would love to see every coin from from this plan looking like this. Well, weekly W, breakout retest, bought this level, sold half on a double, market push higher. Where we should buy again. And honestly, my answer should be here at the same level. Buy and reload. I'll just put that. It's that simple, pretty easy. Buy and reload 0.5. Now you can see the double. You can, if you look left, you will see a nice retest at this level will give us a really nice feel. If we'll be lucky and the market will dump, we'll get a feel, and probably will be just a tail. And then the market will push higher again and we'll get another shot and so on. Let's see what we can get, level by level, and nothing more than that. Well, that's another one. Let's look at Arbitrum. ERB. It's Arbitrum or I'm wrong? Well, look at this one. Nice and clean. Nice price action. You can see it. Well respected levels. No feel. I think I'm clear on this one. No feel. What we can do, not what is the problem. Problem is we don't have a feel. We know that. Why? How we can manage to do something on this one. I have a limit order at 50 cents. Where I should put the other one? And the answer is somewhere in the long reload zone. I could put it lower, but I have one lower already. So in the long reload zone, I think this is the best level. Some weeks here. Yeah, we retested this level, but in the nice environment, we'll form the next W at 78.6 here. Usually in altcoins, even new ones, we'll form the W here in the long reload zone and specifically in the 78.6 area. So buying above that level blindly, because it's a new coin, I think it's okay. Okay, so buy another 0.5 here. We have an order here. I'll cancel this order. Well, it's $1.60. The cheapest, when the market opened at 50 cents. It's not a big difference, I'll be honest. The market could dump in the right environment. Something ugly will happen. Some FUD about this coin or some rumor, and the market could do a nice week to the downside, get our fills, and then back up. It's not the first time it's happening. Some people will do that. They'll FUD just to get their fills. And if I'll have the order there, I'll get a fill. If I'll not have the order there, next bus. Okay, so buy 98, almost $1, and buy 50 cents. That's simple. Let's take a look at the next one. AR. Well, this one pumped. Nice and clean. I love it. And you can see, pumped really nice. Okay, we bought, we have a shot, we have more than a shot. So if you bought here 0.5, you have a shot here. And from that one, you have 26, another level, and 48. Well, you should have a nice bag. We don't have in the plan to sell the second time, so we still have the free coins. And you don't want to sell the free coins, for the moment at least. Well, unfortunately, on this one, we'll buy almost at the same level where we sold. Is that ugly? Yeah, you can see this is the bottom, this is the top. Well, here is 78.6. We'll buy below 78.6 at this consolidation, at this W. Wyckoff checking this level, it's possible. I don't know if this is the top. Could pump a lot higher, but if we'll go down, we'll probably retest this level. So I'm buying 11.68. Well, let's just make a round number. Don't be a cheap ass. And let's put a buy. Let's do a text. Come on. Help me a little bit. Reload 0.5. So we bought here, we short here, market pump. When we'll reload just a bit below the short level. Okay. Not too many things to say. Kind of a weekly W here. Not the best one. I think the market should go back down and consolidate more. But it's just my opinion. The market will do whatever it wants. Now, we still have another one, if I remember correctly. Jasmine. Let's see if I put this one on the list for today. Jasmine. Well, pretty similar. You can see on Jasmine we have a fill, we have a shot, and so on. Not too many things to say, but nice and clean. I love to see charts like this. Yeah. You remember we said this level market was here probably when we did the overview. We got a fill, we got underwater, but we don't have a stop loss, no big problem. And then the market pumped, got our shot, nice and clean, pumped a lot higher where we can reload. I guess everyone should say, everyone from Capua 1, everyone who is old enough in this community should say, well, Paul, look at that level, 78.6. So close to the short level. Again, well, when the market is too bullish, things like this will happen. But it's still a lot better to respect your plan than to do stupid things. So we bought and we'll reload 0.5. We'll reload 0.5 here. Yeah? Nice and clean. Nice chart. I would love to see everything looking like this. Because from my experience, we'll have a retest of that level. And we already have free coins. Market proved a lot of strength. Retest, a Wyckoff check of that initial range, that initial weekly, monthly W could be really nice. And from that point, we can pump really nice after we'll get that Wyckoff check. We'll get it? I don't know. I'm not here to predict. I'm here to play my plan and my setups. Okay, so reload at 0079. Let's don't be so cheap asses and 00. Okay, let's put a round number. That will be better and easy to remember. Well, that's the last one. We got through 10 of them. We still have, let's see what we have. We are at 100 and we have 113. So we have next week another 10, and then after next week, in 2 weeks from now, we'll have only 3 of them. Then when we get at the end, usually it's a good idea. That's my habit and it's in my plan to do an overview, to analyze the plan, to see what was okay, what wasn't okay. Maybe we can add some because we have some shots and we can add. I think we still have some free money. No? Hopefully. Let's see. Well, available $150. So, yeah. Well, we are okay to add some coins. Hopefully we'll get more shots and we'll free more money. I don't know if this one updated. Probably in the entire spreadsheet we have some. Well, I'll look another time. Okay. So the last one was Jasmine. We have another 10 for next week, and then I will analyze the entire plan. If I'll see something is not working or something should be changed, I will do it. I'll adapt the plan. I'll post on the channel on Discord, and I'll speak in the weekly crypto review. The key on every plan, on crypto and investment and everything in life actually, but we are talking about crypto here, it's consistency. If you made a plan, don't change it next week. And Don't you want to respect, but to respect something, don't change it every month. You see us going through entire list, working some orders week by week. At the end, we'll review it. First question should be: we are still in the environment buy and sell half on a double, or we should stop? We'll see when we'll get there. Yeah, that will be the first question. What stage we are in this plan? And then we have something to modify, we have something to adapt. No, well, let's keep going. After we did the review, we changed or we didn't change anything, doesn't matter. After that, stop thinking. Start respecting your plan again. You don't have to think anymore. You think when you adapted, when you reviewed your plan. Short period of time where you should think clearly, simply. It's up to everyone. After that, just execute the plan. Execute the plan. Doesn't matter if you have an IQ of 250. If you are not consistent, nothing will help you. Well, you can have an IQ of 85 or 90. And you can say, well, someone, I don't know, 1 point higher than me said that this plan is good. I review it. In my mind, it's okay. I'll respect it. I'll implement it myself. And you'll be more profitable than that guy with 250. Making money is not about IQ. That's for fucking sure. If I learned something in my life, I learned that it's not about IQ, it's not about intelligence. Okay, let's not blabber away too much. We have 1 hour from this live stream. We'll still have kind of a half an hour to do some reviews. Well, where we are on the plan, we know. What we have here, we know. I'll use 5 minutes from this live stream to talk about some swing trading. I know it's not the purpose of this live stream, but let's just try to do something this time. Well, I have every day in the London session, I have a live stream daily crypto plan, a live stream half an hour max. That's my target, where I publicly, for everyone who wants to listen to me or to get an opinion from me, I'm talking about swing trading mostly. Some levels on daily, okay, what we are looking at weekly, but mostly it's about day trading, swing trading. I'm not going on scalping too much because it's for the public. If you want scalping, you should be on VIP with Stefan. They had a really good month. They made 50 R. Well, let's put an average, I don't know, 0.5 or 1% on every trade. And do the math. How profitable was to scalp with Stefan this month? Really profitable. Not every month it's 50 R or more than 25-30% profit, but usually it's profitable. And this one was a good month. Okay, in my plan, I'm talking about swing trading. So I'll do an overview like I do every Monday. This one, I have a good location, for example, but I said this one is for investing purposes. Why? It's a new market. It's a new coin, unlisted only on Doji Market and Gate.io. And you can see, we can form a wide W. We are consolidating here. I want to trade this one, go on Gate.io and lock some money to trade it. No, I'll dollar cost average kind of this one. I'll get my full position and then I'll wait. If Doge will pump, this one will pump also. And if this one will pump against Doge, well, that will multiply my my gains, hopefully. Now, let's go on the next one. On the next one, we have a same kind of thinking. So you can see long reload zone and what we discussed. People who are listening this live stream usually are listening the daily crypto plan. I said, don't become bullish until you'll see the market going the other side of this trend line. And I said it here. Someone asked me, where in the long reload zone, what we should do. Wait the other side of this trend line. And you can see sideways, respecting, kissing this trend line. Finally, we are the other side. Now it's about time to think about hunting a setup. I'll take a look at only where we have some setups. So BNB, we posted, and you can see we are nice and clean with the bot setup. Doge, I missed the boat here. I don't touch this one. I'll wait in the pump chaser zone. On Bitcoin on 4-hour chart and lower, same plan like 3 weeks ago. We said we'll buy here. We bought. We'll sell half here. We sold. We'll short Mountain Man. We shorted. Market reached 78.6. Stop loss hit. But we said at the same time we'll take Shark with double the risk, 1% risk. And we are still in the same ugly trade from more than 5 days. We adopted the stop loss here and nothing we can do now. Looks like a range, looks like a diamond pattern, could go up and form a nice continuation bot setup, or could go down and form a ugly kind of double top. You can see we are in the short reload zone, and it's normal for us to think short. That's Bitcoin. Ethereum, if you remember, I said something here about a bot. We had the W, the other side of the trend line. Okay, that's gone. We have a bot setup after that, and you can see 1 low, 2 lows, 3 lows, 25%, and we're up. Well, who watched this, the daily crypto plan, it's nice in profit. Manta, I don't have a trade. I have another trade on Pixel. Acceptable. Nothing I can do here. I adapted the stop loss and I'll wait. Solana, we have a bot setup, a big one. Stefan was scalping here, a smaller time frame, and already took the profit. But I'm talking about 4-hour and higher. You can see AB equals CD, 1 low. We can consider this formation. Second one, third one, above 25%, up. We can retest that level. But overall, we should, in the right environment, we should go higher. So, yeah, okay, $200, it's a big fat round number. But that doesn't mean we cannot go higher. Another trade we had, if I remember correctly, Jupiter, and you can see nice and clean setup, W here, retesting. Everyone had a chance to take this trade with a lot of retests. We touched 2-to-1 risk to reward, so everyone should have the stop loss at least at scratch. So you are not allowed to lose money after you reach 2-to-1, at least in my plan. Close 50%, so close some here and trail the rest. Well, I don't really like to micromanage publicly the trade. What I'll do, I'll close partially and I'll trail the rest with the stop loss a lot lower. But what you'll do, it's up to you. Aevo, is not ready yet. Look at this one. It's just not ready yet. I tried a bot setup here. We can still form a bot setup because we are not below 66, but we have 1 low here on 4-hour chart, nothing more. And Joe, well, front running the bot, nice profit. We made a kind of 5R at some point in time. If you took some off, okay. Bot setup still working, but it's below entry. 1 low, consider this one, the second one, and here we are trying to form the third low. You can frame a new trade here. If you are not in, yeah, you can do something like this. Yeah, I think this is the correct one. Give me a W, and I could think about hunting long again. Well, I didn't manage to do, I think, Friday. I didn't manage to do a live stream. So I did an overview for Friday on the swing trading part. I'll not go now on scalping. I'll not go on the overview. Kevin did a really good job showing you the levels, the important levels, and what he sees on the Bitcoin and overall crypto space. I still think Bitcoin dominance could give us some good details. I'll just try to find Bitcoin dominance. And I think I could do that really easily. I don't have it because it's a different template, but you can see consolidating here. 4-hour chart, it's just an ugly range. No advantage in the market with this range, but we can switch the time frame. Maybe it'll get better. Still, I don't have anything. So we can W out here and push higher, or we can M out here and go lower. It's in the middle there. I still think 50% is like a magnet, but who am I to tell the Bitcoin dominance where to go? I'm just a stupid trader. Okay, that's my overview on the entire market. I don't know, Kevin, we have any requests?
There's at least MDX.
MDX. Well, I think weekly we should start with MDX, no?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. MDX. Well, on Binance, on Tetherus. Well, look at this one. At least on weekly. Some people will say put a cross on it, is dead. What I will say, at least dollar cost average this level. I don't know. Get a position here. Long period of consolidating. Maybe they have some problems. Maybe something is happening, but just looking at this chart, it's what I want to see when I'm investing in altcoins. Look at this one. Going sideways. Low volatility. Perfect moment to dollar cost average. Perfect moment to frame a high risk reward trade, even on weekly chart. Even if you are talking about trading, not investing. This is the area where you want to get in and forget about it. Just let the trade work. If you'll think from this level, only a 38.2 from the entire range, from the entire chart, just imagine that. Imagine that. Short, okay? That's 61.8. So you don't think, well, I'll not think so. I'll think only 38.2. Let's find what that 38.2 is. Well, think about framing a weekly trade here with a small window of risk here and taking the profit off at 38.2 when that time will come. What do you think? What do you think will be a really nice trade or an ugly one? High risk reward, something you will take every day if you'll get the opportunity or not? Well, let's see. Well, stop. Let's put the stop at 0. It's a trade with stop loss at 0. And let's put the 38.2 as the target. 12 to 1. If you risk to 0, I could blab away about this chart a lot of time. I could frame that range and I could see the W's. Just look at that trade. How many times you have to win a trade? What win rate you should have with a 12 to 1 risk to reward to be profitable? Well, let me tell you that if 1 from 10 trades will be profitable, you'll still make money. So if you have 9 times will go to 0 and stay there, in 1 time will go to 12R, you will still make money. Okay, let's clear it and let's see on a different time frame. We can talk about this one. We don't have anything else. We have this high, the last high, and we have the low. We broke the low, so not the best way to draw the lines, but it's what we have. And you can see you are at the 88.6. Honestly, I consider this one a fake out here. Just think about a W here would give you a nice risk to reward. And if you go on lower time frames, you can think range. Okay, top, bottom. But I don't think the guy who asked us was talking about scalping or day trading this one. I think investing, weekly chart, well, let's go zoom in a little bit and let's pinpoint a level. It's the best level possible. 88.6 or below, consolidating at this level. Honestly, if I will love to get a good bag of this one, I'll dollar cost average. Well, halvening it's in a couple of weeks. After the halvening, I don't know, for 5-6 months, I'll buy periodically same amount of money. I'll get a big bag, enough to respect the risk management, so I don't want to exceed that one. And I'll sell half on a double to get my money back. And after that, I'll pray to see where the P cycle top will hit. That will be my plan. But nice consolidation. I don't see any point to do anything else, any other TA here. And you can see it's just ranging, fake out. And usually after a pump and dump, this was a pump and dump. Let's be real. This was a pump and dump, nothing else. So pump, some news, go back and you'll see it. Some news or some room or something happened here. They pumped, well, this is the best thing until from the hot water until now. And usually a dump, the dump after the pump will consolidate. And this one seems like he's exaggerating with the consolidation part. But getting a bag here, it's a good level. I like it. Well, we have anything else? Let's see.
We have a Solana meme from Constantine called "Lick Goat."
What? Lick Goat?
Lick
Well,
Goat. I haven't heard that one yet.
Well, I'll put it on the. Let me see. Okay, copy.
I'm assuming it's.
And
Well, he said it's on
I'll take
Solana.
What?
It's on Solana, so yeah.
I'll take a look. Well, in this live stream, we will not talk about too much about meme coins, but because it's a funny way to I don't know, end the live stream, let's do it. Well, I think this one with 58K of liquidity and 87K of a market cap in 19 days is the one you want. I don't think you want this one. $56 or 1.7K. Well, we'll look at this one. Let's see what we have, but we'll keep the meme coin discussion and another time, and another live stream, not here. Here is about something else. Well, you are at the bottom, same chart, same shit, different pile. So what you have on MDX, you have on that meme coin. Simple. The probability of this meme coin retesting the all-time high, I don't know. You get what I mean. This one could stay here and die here. That coin has more chances. Let's see if it's a funny meme, and if not necessarily, if we consider it's a funny meme, if people see it as a funny meme, and we'll see the Twitter. And Twitter says 1,600 people and we 103 posts. Not bad. Not bad, not great, not terrible. And you can see they posted 2 days ago, they posted one tweet a day. Either they are on the long run, they are planning something, or they already dumped this one and they forgot about it. Well, the posts, they are not the best ones. So if Hania sees these posts, we'll laugh, because Hania is doing 10,000 times better job of creating some images or some short videos. And you saw that, yeah? Well, someone I follow is following this one, but I think he's a guy who is watching usually. Yeah, it's a guy with meme coins and league goats. That's that's my way of seeing this one. It's at the bottom. Like I said multiple fucking times this week. Coffee money, beer money, pizza money. You can buy anything you want. Buy and see what happens. But don't exaggerate. Don't go and load too much, because if we'll go to zero, we'll burn you. And too many things like that, too many bad trades could destroy your portfolio. We are in an environment where you want to keep your portfolio. You want to keep your cash. You want not to keep it in a bank. You want to have it at your disposal. You want to see big coins or nice coins, new coins at the nice dips, work your orders. And losing too much capital on ideas like this is not a good strategy. So if you say, well, I'll buy a coffee worth of this one, if we'll do 10x, 100x, I'll think about it. But you can see here, volume, it's nothing. Yeah, it's consolidating. Could take some time and they could dump to zero, or could take some time and they'll pump again. Yeah, let's see how much. What check Rog is saying. Rog check. Well, we have 2 minutes, and I think Kevin will tell me to stop talking about meme coins in 1 minute. Well, I think it's a problem from them, because I could see the liquidity locked there, and here seems like we don't have liquidity. But what you don't like? 6.4%, 13% on Radium. Top holders 30%. Doesn't look bad. They still have some. I don't think they push it to zero already. It's still recoverable, in my view. You can see the liquidity is there. And having 58K liquidity and a market cap of 200K, technically it's okay. Well, enough about this one. You have there a nice W on daily chart, I think. So you have the W there, nice location. Put some indicators and see if you have a 3-step setup. It's that simple. You have the W. That's the idea. I'll not go deeper than that. Well, anything else? Well, Constantine, I was a half joke, but okay, I do it.
Doesn't look like it.
No. Well, we are at 1 hour and a half. I know some of you want me to talk about a specific meme coin. No, we'll talk about in that channel and that channel only, not on in this live stream. This live stream, it's for public, it's for everyone. It's something we are consistent about it week by week. We put a lot of time and effort. We have more than 1 year, 1 year and a half almost of talking and respecting this plan and working our orders. It's the way you want to slow and steady make money. At the end, we'll measure the results. And meaning when we'll close and we'll take the profit off. And we'll calculate, well, we invested $2,000 and the profit is this, if it's a profit. Yeah? Until then, week by week, in one way or the other, we'll be consistent and we'll show you how everyone should behave. We are not here to call tops. We are not here to call bottoms. We are here to make some money. Us, me, Kevin, Stefan, and other gladiators, we are in the crypto traders arena to try to help everyone to become better in trading and investing. We cannot do everything for you. We can show you the way, we can teach you some things, we can try to keep you responsible, but at the end, it's up to you. We have some offers because it's not all about money. Some people seems like they don't get that idea. It's not all about money. We have some offers for Capua 1. We have a nice offer for premium membership also if you don't want to do a education program. But I could guarantee you that doing the Capua 1 could benefit you more than you will pay for it. That's for sure. I did a stupid thing before I joined. I learned to trade initially from TRI. I did a stupid thing. I lost a lot of money before I got to that program. Don't do the same mistake. Don't lose 10, 20, 50K and then, well, I'm tired of losing. I'll go and listen to Kevin and that stupid trader Paul and I'll do whatever it takes to make me profitable. Don't get in that state. It's ugly for us to teach you then because you'll have a lot of bad habits already implemented and we have to unlearn you and then to teach you how to do it properly. The rest is up to you. That was my shield of Capua 1. It's a nice program. I'm proud of it. Kevin is doing the most of the work. And honestly, get in there and you'll see the quality and you'll see how Kevin is trying to make you a successful trader. The rest is up to you. Well, we are 2 minutes after, but we have half an hour at our disposal. We don't want to exceed 2 hours. So if it's anything else, you can type in the chat. We activated low latency, so we'll see the message pretty fast.
Wow, you just went and added a half hour onto our show or what?
No. We discussed it in the beginning that we'll try to keep it 1 hour and a half, but never exceed 2 hours.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So if people still have some questions, we will gladly answer it. Please, without meme coins. Something else. I don't know.
Well, before I stop, I just don't let me forget. I'm going to show you one crypto stock as we end. But
well, go ahead and change the screen. And
it's not that big a deal. I just noticed this hut mining.
Crypto stocks looks better and better week after week. What I saw, maybe not everything is exactly as I should, but they are getting closer.
Yeah, some of them look pretty good. This is hut mining. I don't know. I mean, I know there was some drama fundamentally with this company. I'm pretty sure, and they did reverse split recently, which is a good sign, I think. But I just noticed that they have a nice little weekly W coming in a reload zone. So it's one that it's a Bitcoin miner, trades on the NASDAQ. Might want to watch it this week and see what happens. I'm already long. I was long before the split, actually. So I don't know how that left me exactly, but nice little W though. So that's one.
Yeah. Looks nice. That one looks nice. I don't know if we'll stay in that range more, but it's buyable. That's the area where you want to buy. So people, look at that chart. That's the way you want to see a chart when you are trying to feel FOMO or you are trying to buy, not at the top.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't think it won't necessarily take off tomorrow or anything. There's probably time, but it does look pretty good. I did buy a couple other ones, but that's what I mean about some of them. Like these are all crypto stocks. Like this one was up 10% yesterday or Friday, and BTCS caught a nice bounce. Actually, another one so they're, for whatever reason, they were a little bit uppy this week, even though Bitcoin didn't really do that much. And I think CLSK, well, it was uppy, and then it ended up closing the week a little bit, kind of a down candle. But yeah, there's for whatever reason, they were kind of pumping. And there are a couple that I bought too recently. I think I mentioned them on my show on Wednesday, but like this not bottomed, but here's one that's just sort of like a long shot. It's a Bitcoin mining company. They make mining equipment. I think they don't mine Bitcoin, but or maybe they do, but they make like an ASIC miner, and they also make like these shipping container kind of Bitcoin mining facility type things. This one has no bottom in it, no W's or anything, but man, it's just down against the lows here and has tons of upside. So like, I'm willing to take, small bets on like this one. And then there's some other ones like this SAI. It's looking a little better since I bought it, but same kind of idea. I bought it here down against the lows. It's just like slowly grinding higher. I thought there was one. Oh, SDIG is another one like that. This one's just down against the lows. Now, I'm not really commenting on the fundamental. I don't know like what these companies are doing exactly. This one's another Bitcoin miner. These are all crypto stocks that I'm talking about, but I don't really know about the quality of the companies. But I'm willing to just kind of take some bets on these. Like this one down against the lows. Huge upside if everything takes off. And I'm just making the assumption that when crypto does well, these will just get kind of drug up. And going back to my small cap stock, I do think small cap stocks are going to have a little bit of a rally here, so this would fall into that category. But anyway, I'll leave it at that. But that hut has an actual W, so maybe watch that one. Yeah, that's about it for me. I don't know if anybody else has any other requests real quick. Otherwise, we'll just start wrapping it up. I'll be, well, let's see. I guess tomorrow we'll all be in the New York session. But Paul's also, like he said earlier, live streaming 5 days a week now for the London session. So that'll be whatever time that is exactly. I don't know.
I had some problems last Friday. Sorry, Kevin.
Oh,
I
okay.
had some problems last Friday. I didn't manage to start a live stream. Hopefully, I tested earlier, is working. Hopefully, I will not have the same problem again.
What time do you do that at?
Well, just before, now I'm doing just before the London is starting. So London will start at 8 a.m. UTC, and I'll start live streaming half an hour early. Because after that, I'll go on VIP with Stefan, and we'll scalp with the VIP guys. So I'll do an overview, and then I'll start scalping live with the VIP. 7:30 UTC.
Nice. Yeah, so that'll be 5 days a week. And then, well, we'll be in the New York session tomorrow too for the premium members. And then I'll stream on Wednesday on YouTube at what time? 19 UTC. We could talk about memes then. Can talk about shit coins. Maybe find some stuff to work bids on. I'm still kind of in the process of just going. I mean, I'm basically going through everything that I've banged out doubles on already and making sure I have reload bids on those. And maybe I can find some new stuff too. But that'll be on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, if you're a premium member, the Hands of Midas is our sort of I don't know what you'd call that show exactly. That's Stefan and Butchon trying to find just sort of new names that have a lot of upside if they pan out well going forward. And that's pretty much most of the content we're making. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but and I was just saying to somebody in a private message a minute ago, like, I mean, the New York session, if you're a premium member, it's a great time to pop in and ask questions, or if there's something that you want to work on with your trading. I mean, we'll help you if we can, and we're just kind of hanging out trading. So that's always a good time. Every 5 days a week, we're in that call for 2 hours.
And you have all three of us in that meet. You have Kevin, you have me. Usually I'm speaking because I'm a loudmouth, but you can ask questions to Kevin, to Stefan, and other gladiators. New York session, New York live stream, it's a daily gathering, let's call it that way. We're talking what happened in London. We are framing trades for New York and even looking at the higher time frame. So it's the best time to ask your questions.
Yeah. So, and we could just like shoot the shit about setups or, whatever it is that you're working on. The whole point of the community is just for all of us to have a place where we can improve and just keep working. So yeah, if we can help you in any way there, just feel free to ask. And also, if you're not a premium member and you just want us to look at names, I mean, we do have our general chat on Discord. You can always just pop in and ask us about something, and either Stefan or Paul or I will likely respond, or maybe one of the other gladiators. But either way, we'll, I'll try to respond to everybody in there. So that's also a place that you can ask any questions you'd like if you're not a premium member. And of course, if you're not in our Discord at all, you can just find it. Go to cryptotradersarena.com and there's a link to join our Discord, and that's also where you'll find the spreadsheet from this show today. And so I think that's about it. I guess hit like and subscribe and all that stuff on YouTube. And I'll just hit the outro on this, and then maybe I'll see you in the New York session tomorrow. So take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. Enjoy your holiday if you're celebrating, and we'll see y'all soon. So take care.